Hello, and welcome back to another episode of replicating UE 5.6 templates. And so in this one, I will hit play. It's the third-person combat template. You've got some punching. I think you've got some combos going on. So that'll be interesting to see how we'll manage that over the net. Got a door here. Got a bunch of physics objects. Okay, that's cool. And run along here. We've got an AI that spawns. AI typically they'll just run on the server anyway. So this part should be simple. We'll see. He's just running away. Yeah, so you can kill them. There's obviously a dead state there. That's somewhat important. Let's get this guy. Apparently he just, he's just going to die. What if I run off the edge? I also die. Do I respawn? I do. So that's pretty handy. And we'll see how that's managed as well. Okay, so one quick way to see what is working is to just play as a client. So I'm in, I can't move, and so let's solve that first. Can't look. There's an error where we're adding a mapping context, probably to a player or something like that. So we've got this logic on possessed on the character here. Let's just go event receive controller changed, and if this new controller is valid, and if it's local, then we will do this logic here. So this means this is going to happen on our local player now. If I could just get rid of that. Okay. So input mapping, I can look, I can't fight. So we have a similar issue, probably show the error messages, please. What's the error here? Where's the error log gone? This one. Get access and I'm trying to read the local player subsystem, add mapping context. So this is just is player controller. I want to do like the local player controller. That's the key here, is we only want to add mapping contexts and UI on our local player. This keeps happening in the background. Okay, so that's one less error. Then we've got this other one here for another mapping context. Exactly the same kind of issue. So just event receive controller. Controller changed. Receive controller. Hello. What is this? This is a controller. Okay, well we'll do event possessed pawn. Custom event. Pawn possessed. Bind this on begin play. When this happens, if this is valid, we'll ask if this is a local controlled pawn. And if it is, we'll move this up here, get a reference to this and plug it in here and get rid of that. So that should fix that. We're just changing for a different event. So I can't move. So I'm guessing what's happening is we're never reaching this point here. Because it may be the case that we already have a possessed pawn, like it happened extremely fast. So we'll do controlled pawn. We'll just call this function in order to initialize. And so now we do hit this, which is good. So now I can do my punches. Got quite a lot of jitter going on when we do our punches. And so that might be because my character is attempting to do root motion to move forward, but the server doesn't know that this action was performed. So let's go and take a look at the variant for combat. And we'll take a look at the blueprint. We'll look at the BP character and we'll find out kind of how it's doing this attack. Attacks aren't, maybe the attacks are down here. Okay, so here we have some attacks. What we need to do is we need to play this montage over the network. Now, ideally, we would do gameplay ability system for something that's going to play a montage, do an ability. It's good because it will simulate locally, like predictively, play these things the moment you press the button. The feedback is a lot nicer for the local player. But in the interest of time, let's just custom event and we'll just send it to the server. So server attack. We'll run this on the server. We obviously want this to be reliable because we want this to happen. Combo count is 0 here. So what we'll do is server attack. And then everything else over here, we're going to move. Move like so. And in fact, we'll move this as well. We'll have this be replicated. We'll make sure that our character is actually replicated. Which he probably is by the way I was able to move earlier. This is a big class. Yeah, so he is replicated. Okay. So what we want to do, I think... What's this? When the animation is completed or interrupted, reset the attacking flag so we can trigger another attack animation the next time we process an input. Because the montage assets sections are not set to loop, the animation will be completed even if full combo is not performed. So yeah, this whole combo thing is going to be a little bit glitchy because we're going to do this not using the gameplay ability system where you would cache a local version and do your whole combo. We're going to do a custom event in order to multicast the attack as well. So let's multicast this also reliably. Yeah, in a low latency environment this isn't going to be too great, but the fact is it's going to work. And for my previous versions I actually cooked this into a project, but because I've done that twice now and I've done it on stream, if you want to do that you can go and watch those videos on how to actually package this. I'm not going to package it this time. We're just going to make it happen. So this time we're just going to do it in engine. Only in engine. So let's go MC attack here. Let's see where that gets us. Let's make sure that we're playing in a new editor window. So I can't do multiple attacks, which is pretty funny. I wonder why that is. Probably because of this. So what I'll do is, in the interest of trying to keep this like in sync, I'm actually gonna do this locally, and then when you've got this replication for is attacking, you can actually skip owner, so we're not going to care about that part. But now we're incapable of getting our second attack in. So what we could do is what could we do? It's multicasting this play animation. Check for attack input or out of combo. It's charging attack, charge attack. Yeah, see, this event applied damage that needs to come from needs to come from somewhere nice. God, the easiest thing to do would be to turn this into a gameplay ability system. There's so much stuff happening. Doing an attack trace, so that needs to happen on the server. Flag ourselves as attacking and reset the combo counter so we play the correct animations. And if we are already attacking, set the cached input time. Save the attack input time so we can compare it the next time we check for combos. I guess it will be like a range where it's like, hey, yeah, you did a combo, awesome. You should continue doing that combo. And because it's time-based as opposed... I mean, it's always time-based. But I guess that window's quite small. So we should hit this. So that's a charged attack. And that's not working, but we'll... Yeah, so the second time I clicked, I got this. Let's find references to this cached attack time. And then we'll look for check combo. Are you attacking? Yes. Are you charging attack? You're not charging attack. So you should move forward. It's like, what's the cached attack time? 9.9. What's the tolerance? 0.45. What's the time? Well, that looks good to me. Cached attack input time. Combo count. Got some sections. That looks good. Then we tell the montage to jump to a section. And that's just on the anim instance. And this is the charge attack stuff. We'll worry about that later. Event check charged attack. Sure. We don't care about that right now, Chip. Yeah, so we're supposed to be doing all this. We want to end up here, I think. So we're supposed to jump to a section. But we never jump to the section. I wonder. No, because we go up here. This should never happen a second time. Let's have a check. It's the same attack over and over. So that does only happen when we press it early. So cached attack input out of combo. When the animation is complete or interrupted, reset the attacking flag so we can trigger another attack animation the next time we process an input. What does this do in turn? This allows us to do our combos, I think. So let's possibly move this here. Possibly. If we do it here. I mean, actually, yeah, one thing that I'm going to change is it's just the cosmetics that are the cosmetic and the actual damage event that's going to go over the server. I'm not going to try and do like all the logic. Let's actually selectively say, you know what, this won't replicate, etc. When we want to play a montage, we'll custom server play montage, server montage. We'll run that on the server. This will be a lot cleaner, and we'll do another custom event for like MC montage. And because we're going to play this montage locally as well, we're not going to do it for local. So if it's a local controlled character, well, as long as it's not a locally controlled character, then we will play this montage. And it will just come in. This is just a more generic function that allows us to just ensure that those montages are happening over the net. So that's cool. Here we'll do an MC montage, and we'll also come in as such. I think you might be able to. Can you skip this? Cannot skip this on owner, so this is how we skip it. So montage. So that's cool. Down here we will server montage. We'll do this attack montage here. So that'll be our server portion. Cool. Make this purple. Okay. So we've got one, but I know that there's several others. So let's find references. We've got one, got another one down here. We'll do this charged attack this time. It just means it's going to happen for everyone, which is good stuff. The nice thing what I'm trying to do here now is I'm just sending the cosmetic around. And when there's a damage event, I'm actually going to just run that on the server as well. Got another montage here. Oh, that is the montage. Okay, so that's the only montage that we're doing here. Interesting. It's just the charge. So how does this get set? Find references by name. Jump to section here. Now this needs to also be this needs to be sorted. Some event server montage jump. Oops. Server montage jump. We know the mesh, so we'll take that. The section that we're jumping to is this, and the attack that we're doing is this. Paste. MC montage jump. What we're trying to do is make sure that the owning client in this case is the source of truth. And so anyone who's making an indie game, this is not terrible. We also need to do montage jump. It's not terrible. Anyone making a bigger game should know how to do this. And we would, like I say, we would do it through gas if we were doing a big game. So server jump here. Make sure this is nice and purple, nice and obvious. We would want to server montage jump here. Plug these in. It's cool. We will do this here. The other thing we want to do is we want to color this in because that's important. We also want to take this little control logic here. We want to run that so that we don't jump the montage on the client after the fact, because we've already done it. We've already done it locally. We don't need to do it twice. That will lead to issues. Let's turn this on to success. Okay. So let's have a go with that. Charge. Bam. Didn't like it the second time. Infinite loop detected on a server montage jump here. Oh, right, yeah. Jump. So it's empty. I called the same function. Let's do a charge. Bam. This is working nicer now. And even as the client, we're still getting all of our hit effects, which is cool. All right. Are there any other jump to sections? Well, there are. Okay. Make sure that we're calling. Make sure that we're call. Where is it going? This one? Nope. This one? Nope. Going on. Oh, I didn't wrap this properly. Bad. Bad. Put this here. Put this in. Put this in. Okay. Server. Just for quick recognition as we browse through here. Okay, so we also want to take this and we will move this over. We will control drag this over. And in this case, we're playing, it's this data. So let's just take this data, get rid of that. Cool. There was a third jump, which is the one that I wrote. Okay, so maybe that'll work a little bit better now. 1, 2, 3, cool. Do a punch, do a charge punch. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, cool. So we're somewhere that looks somewhat good. We've got some applied damage functions in here. And what I want to make sure is that when we do this attack trace and we have this applied damage, maybe this will run on the server. Let's add an authority on here and we'll just do a print that says hello to see if this does actually occur on server. It may do because the server is going to be multicast playing. Yeah, so we are actually getting damage events go through to the server. So that's cool. So the next thing to test is 2 players, and this isn't going to work because we need to do some config setup. So if we were to both players clients, don't think we'll actually connect to each other. Oh, we do. Nice. Okay. So let's get these 2 clients on screen. You can see we've got our attacks happening, which is pretty cool. Let's do a charge attack. So that's cool. You can see the cubes are in different places, right? So one thing you can do to address that, I'll close off some of this stuff here quickly, is just grab every damageable box in the game. Let's grab every damageable box in the game and we'll just do rep on the details panel. Rep. It's not going to let me. Oh, okay, it's a blueprint. I could just do it from the blueprint. That would make life a lot easier. We're going to replicate movement on this, and in the static mesh, we're going to replicate asynchronous physics is already replicated here. So let's try both. Let's try both clients again. Move this guy over. Charge up. You can see now that they land in generally the same places. I think on someone's screen, these are going to disappear after some time. That is actually happening on everyone's screen. Is it like you can actually break these boxes? That's pretty cool. So the health value isn't replicated. Let's go check that out. Damage here, current HP. Let's rep notify this. And what that means is when it actually changes, it will be replicated to the clients. And so here, we just put an authority check in that's like, well, only the authority can change the health. Everyone else can do impulses and spawn particle systems. Maybe the impulse should only happen on the server because we're replicating the physical position. And so here we have this destroy box, but what we're actually gonna do is we'll take this, we'll put this into the on wrap. And this means that everyone will do this logic, which is changing some collisions, doing some timelines, and then only the authority is going to destroy the actor. And in order to make this a little bit cleaner, one of the things that we can do to make sure that everyone finishes the animation is actually delay by 2 seconds on the server for the destruction and just set visibility for everyone else, which set hidden in game you can do to false. So when it's supposed to destroy, it just goes invisible, and the collision's already been disabled somewhere else over here. Actually, we can set actor collision enable to false as well. So this basically makes it defunct, which means that anyone who's up to date quickly is good, but anyone who's behind, they get a little bit of grace. So now let's have a look at that. I just punched my buddy. Didn't do any damage to him though, so that's upsetting. Let's make sure that that works after. So I'm gonna fight these boxes. I really just want to destroy it. Bam. Okay, so that one got hit. And it goes away at the same time. So, good enough. Let's go fight some AI. And let's see what's going on with those guys. So there is no sprint, which is a shame. But when we reach here, we do get our first AI. I'm going to have one guy stand up on the ledge to watch, and I'll have the other guy just looking down. So you can see now, that's probably fine. That's just the server being like, hey, if there's a guy, do the spawn. We want to see if these guys actually behave. So they don't do anything. And the reason for that is the AI is responsible for doing something with the behavior of these entities. However, I will assume that these are not replicated. Oh my god, they are replicated. Okay, so what's going on? They've got a life bar. That's cool. They do AI combo attacks, so we'll have to... Oh god, we've got all the same... It's... we got some similar work to do that we had to do to the player. So let's just go do that first. Go to blueprints, character. Does this guy have a jump? To montage section, he does. So we're gonna want this, this, and this, and this. And we'll just bring all of that over here. And refresh all of this. Okay, so as long as it's not locally controlled, it's never going to be locally controlled. That's fine. Okay, let's plug some of these replicated paths in. So this goes in here. It's the combo montage attack. Let's find more references. Play montage is the first one. We've got this other one. Okay. Move this over. This is the charged attack, yeah. So that's replicating. Very good. It's over. Clean this one up as well. There we go. Then we got the jump to section stuff. So let's take that. Got one jump to section right here. I should just put it afterwards. It doesn't really matter. Just bring this over. So, and then could be good. We should have another jump section. What's this jump to section here? Yeah, we got one. This is the other one. Okay. Put this like this. Combo attack montage. Okay. Okay, so that's the first part. Second part is why the AI didn't do any movement at all. To quickly test this, I'm firstly gonna come into this box here. If I could just click that box, that would be awesome. Checkpoint volume. Is there 2 checkpoint volumes? Because that would be a problem. Activation volume. Oh, does it have a target? Oh, actors to activate. Oh, tell me you've coded the same activate BPI I've coded in like every project. It's going to activate the spawner. And if we look at the spawner, does it have like a completely generic activatable yet? Yeah, I code this in like every project I work on. Okay, cool. That's funny to see. All right. So both of these only want to trigger character, combat, player, set respawn transform in the controller. When the pawn gets destroyed, spawn an actor and possess it. We should do that only on the authority. It's fine that the checkpoint does something on the... We don't worry about that. Okay, so combat spawner though. On begin play, should I respawn enemies immediately? And if I should, spawn an enemy. I'm going to say that this entire class doesn't need to load on the client. When it gets activated, it does some stuff. It spawns an enemy. Okay. Is there a trigger event for this? Well, the spawner, right? So, combat activation volume as well doesn't really need to load on the client. So now this is only going to overlap. It's going to activate interaction. I'm going to say that this should only happen once for when it actually succeeds. Yeah, we're only going to activate all of our targets one time because I don't. You know, you could add this behind a bool and stuff like that, but if we end overlap, we should deactivate the volume. Sure. Can't hurt. And then move our spawn point over. Can I move it after the bricks? This one. Door frame. Yeah, sure. Don't really mind. Just gonna put that there. Hit 2 player. Okay. So the first guy goes up. Let's see what's happening there, because we never activated a target. So that should do something. So it should spawn an enemy, it should spawn an actor. It does spawn an actor. The actor in question is an enemy, a combat enemy, who is set to replicate. So he should be out here. There's a guy. I see a guy. So why didn't it happen last time? Activation, platform. Oh, look at this. It only does it if it's player pawn. If it's pawn. Let's just say is player controlled? Is controlled? Is AI controlled? Get AI controller. Is it valid? And if it's not valid, then we're gonna spawn, because we just don't want this to happen when an AI overlaps it. In this case. Yeah, activate. Cool. And the other guy goes through. And it doesn't activate because of the do ones. So he's idling, now he's attacking. Oh, you can see him coming straight for me. Oh my god, he's coming straight for me. Okay, so I'm doing the damage. I can't see the health changing because that's only happening on the server, but he will eventually, I imagine, stop moving. So his health is actually equal to 0, but he didn't ragdoll because we don't know about health. So let's replicate health on that enemy. So let's go to max HP here. Current HP actually. Let's just rep notify this. It's going to be the quickest way to do this. Any time that this changes, we've got this like health bar thing here, and we've also got some physics blend weights, which are also to do with like cosmetics. So we'll actually put all of this into the on ramp. So anytime the health changes, let's update the health bar and do some physics weight blend stuff. And additionally, if health is less than or equal to 0, we'll handle death. Let's have a look in this combat enemy for handle death. So there's an event for that from the interface, which is to set the health bar to hidden, do some stuff with movement, enable physics, call enemy died, and then on the authority, delay, and do this. So what we need to do is actually just move this boolean over here as well. And so current health is less than or equal to 0, then we'll handle death for everyone. Everyone will handle death. And this should really be the end of replicating this particular template, because we're going to fight those enemies. They're going to ragdoll down onto the ground, and we've done it in like 45 minutes, which is good. Means I can get a break, everyone can get 15 minutes back. So this guy's already messed up. Can you fight me, bro? He's like really messed up. Oh, there you go, he's gone now. Next guy, yeah, he's done. Okay, so something went wrong. Access none trying to read the life bar widget, sure. So let's actually convert that to a validated get. Let's do this. Let's convert all of this to a function. On health change. Let's call that on begin play, because it might be the case that you didn't know about the guy. Just call it here on health changed. And then let's have a look at all of this stuff here. Current HP is 5. Okay, sure. Set physics blend weight to 0.5. Okay, so I think there's a place, find references by name, where we're going to set the physics blend weight back to nothing. If we're still alive, reset ragdoll physics when we land. We don't need to reset the mesh's location and rotation because we disabled the pelvis bone. I think there's like a technicality here in which when you hit the guy, he maybe launches a little bit up into the air, and so he'll ragdoll for a second, and it just, because he so happens to land, they've used that event for setting the physics blend weight back to 0. I want to make sure that this also happens after a delay, so like delay physics reset. I kind of want to check this after just 1 second as well, because otherwise he's just going to be wobbling around. So when the health changes and we do this, we're going to delay that reset, because we don't want to rely on like the technicality of landing, because you may never have left the floor. So we run along here. The fact that he doesn't chase me bothers me a bunch, and I think it might be something to do with the fact that he might only be fighting player 0. Yeah, so let's go fix his assumedly state tree. So he's got some tasks. He's got condition is character grounded, charged attack. He's got a lot of stuff. We're going to have to read through everything, because we're looking for, basically we're looking for player pawn 0 references, because if we have, yeah, so get player pawn here on tick. Is this is a task, right? Okay. Target player character on tick. We're gonna get the target player character. So let's get all actors of class, and I think it's just like combat character. As long as this enemy doesn't extend from that, yeah. Then what we have is for each, if this is 0, then it's the target character. And if not, is the distance location. Is the distance between this and the target character less than, actually, sorry, what am I saying? Is the distance between this and myself. We don't have self as an input here, so what we need to do is just like AI pawn. We'll put this in the category called input. We'll do it as a pawn. So is the distance between the target and my AI less than the distance between the target that we currently have as the priority? And if it is, then that becomes the target. So basically the closer person is the target. And then when this is done, we'll resume see the pawn try to attack. So the way I usually do this is through sensors and stimuli in the AI controller, and I have that AI controller set up those properties for who the current target is based on the stimulus, and then the state tree reacts to that that information. I don't have the tasks determine who the target is. It is kind of nice, but you're not reacting to seeing someone or hearing someone, so that's why I like to do it through the AI controller. So this is just a little sort of hacky cleanup on this function. We're just looking for any get player 0 references, because those are always not good for multiplayer. Get player controller 0, get player pawn 0, unless you know you're on the owning client, you're doing something locally, in which case it's safe. And so things like HUD and stuff like that are good local state that you might want. Here we go, we've got another one here. Has the player left the volume? Oh, right, yeah. Has player 0 left the volume? Has a non-AI left the volume? Let's get rid of this check. Okay. Let's clean that up. Let's see if it works. Who knows? We'll find out. So we run along. We get this idling guy. He's flanking me now, so that's cool. Maybe he's going to run at me and hit me? Or is he just going straight from me now? Bam. Okay, so no one lost health there. I smashed that guy. He gets his oof, which is pretty funny. I mean, I played these AI single player and they were also, you know, somewhat unresponsive, I would say. Oh god, that guy's more responsive. Maybe there's a value for like works good 1 to 5 stars. Oh god, this guy's after me. Okay, so this is all good except for the player health, so let's sort that out. Access none trying to read the AI pawn. Yeah, okay, I've actually forgot to set that. Oh god, which function was it? Okay, 13 minutes now. I thought we had 15 minutes back, but I was wrong. This is a pretty cool state tree to learn from. I like this. So let's go. Which function was it that we changed? Did it get player info? It was get player info. Get player info dot distance to target. If get player info dot distance to target. And yeah, so get player info distance target. This needs to be visible to become an input. So there's 3 different types of preset definitions you can use in a state tree task, which is like context, output, input. And so for this one, maybe we can't do this on an enter behavior. Get player info distance to target. Maybe get player distance info to target. Maybe I just need to recompile and then I can't do it. Oh, maybe it's not input, sorry. It's just context. It's part of the context that this requires. Attack source. A pawn. Oh, is attack source? Yeah. I don't need AI pawn. I was wrong. It's attack source. We already have attack source. Alright. So now we shouldn't get any of those errors either. What I want to know is if I run over here and I'm the only guy in here, is he going to attack me? Yeah, cool. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, charge attack. Bush, bush. Yeah, I rock. I'm going to charge attack this guy off the ledge. Uh-oh, I fell off the ledge. Okay, so I did die. Oh, no, I died. And then I should eventually respawn. So there's still some things to look at. Provide single location on an environment query context. Yeah, that's because my player died. So this isn't great, and based on what you've seen in this video, you could probably go and fix that as well. Or maybe I should try and fix it right now, but let's have a look at what we have. So we're using the environment query system in order to pick a flanking location by the look of things. And so if we find references to this, got the environment query flank. Cool. Then we've got the ST attack. So let's go in here. Somewhere in here is going to be a flank. It's got fallback point flanking. Find a flanking point. Run an EQS query, right? The query owner is the AI controller, which means we could. This is why I like to hold my target in the AI controller, because then everyone can have the context of the target. For this reason, because I can go and get the query owner of the environment query, right? I can get the query. I could run an interface on this called like get target, and that could return me the target. But because I've done it in a state tree, I find it a bit weird to go and set a variable on someone else from the state tree. Maybe that's fine. So we're going to do that. AI controller, AI combat controller. We're just gonna hold it right here. Current target, the actor. This is a bit ugly, but set target. Oh, sorry. Get AI controller. AI controller. That. Set current target, and we'll set that to target player character. So we'll do that here. Essentially, if there were no targets, it will just set it to null. Now over in our environment, this should be an AI combat character, and now we can get target. And if this is invalid, if this is valid, we'll use the current target's resulting location instead of get player 0. And if it's not the resulting location, will just be the control point location, which means the resulting location of this query is my location, nowhere else. Let's try that. So that happened after I died, so all I got to do is go die. So he sees me. He wants to come find me, right? You want to come find me? Okay. So he comes in. Come on. Stop trying to hit me and hit me. Thank you. Bam. Okay, so he gets me. I fall off and die. Very slowly. This is very non-reactive. Okay, so now he should be erroring out. So a quick way to see that is just open the log. We've got nothing in here. I'm going to go to my editor preferences and add break on Blueprint exceptions. It's a nice one when you're working in Blueprint to help you find issues. Okay, so I hit stop. Those issues are gone. This fixed that. Okay, so mostly working, no respawning. Let's quickly try and fix respawning. We've got 5 more minutes to the hour. I'm actually 5 minutes behind, so we're actually 5 minutes past an hour, but the stream is 5 minutes behind. So what we'll do now is we'll fix that respawning, because that was broken. So let's have a look at what this volume down here does. What's this? It's a Navmesh bounce volume. What about this? What about this thing? It's a lava floor. Sweet. What does the lava floor do? When it gets hit, it dumps a bunch of damage. On our character, in one of my previous streams, you will have seen a value component that I use for health, I use it for stamina, I use it for all sorts of things. I'm going to use it in an upcoming video where I do the peak. This new game that came out called Peak, it has a really cool status bar that's like all your shared statuses in one. I'll use it for that because it's fairly good. So now I'm sort of hunting around this combat character to find his health, which of course is in the damage category. What we want to do is, again, we want to rep notify this because we want to update this on all clients. And we are essentially going to grab current HP. It looks like he's doing 90% of the same logic that was happening in the other character, which means we need a custom event for reset physics. So that was on a delay of like 1 second. So we put that in here. And in our on rep for our current health, we update everything for everyone. And over here we reset physics. And that just means that, like, not waiting for something to happen called landed that may never happen. Handle death, yeah. Destroy actor, obviously that should only happen on the server. So all of this stuff happens here. I don't know why this is disconnected. That's a bit strange. Don't know. Maybe they just thought, oh, it doesn't really work, so we'll just disable it. Let's have a look at this guy, see if he goes... Does he go full ragdoll? No, they deleted it out of this one. So I guess that doesn't work, and they just never got around to cleaning that up, so I'll do it. We disable the input, we destroy the actor. Sure. There should be like an event destroyed. Something. For like respawning. Let's go to the level. There was a checkpoint over here that we hit. Oh god, we got like 1 minute 30 left. Okay, it's not that. It's this. It's a combat activation volume. No, I want the combat checkpoint volume. When this happens, the character touches it, we set the respawn transform. That's cool. We go back to the player controller. We now have a transform. When the pawn gets destroyed on the authority, create a new pawn and possess it. That's pretty simple. It's not even on a delay of any kind. Yeah, we got an issue here again. Forgot about that. That literally happened the last time. So let's go like this. Validate it, move it, grab everything in here, collapse to a function, on health updated with caps, because caps automatically separates words. Put that on the begin play. Begin play. There we go. Reset health. Yeah, sure. And then on health updated. Awesome. Play. Come on. We got 30 seconds left. Wow, that took me a minute. So I go die. Oh, that was terrible. And then I never possess anything, so that is rubbish. Combat lava floor, combat lava volume, combat lava point. Yeah, set respawn transform. We never hit this. Combat player controller, like we never hit pawn destroyed. Interesting. Yeah, we never hit this. We definitely destroyed the pawn though. Where's this coming from? Find references by name. On pawn destroyed. Create an event. When... Oh, look at this. It's because it's only locally controlled only. Right. That's my fault. That's my fault. So only the enhanced input. There. Only the enhanced input should be on local only. Now we should respond nicely because we weren't bound up. Yeah. I never like bloating it like this. Respawning is done through the game mode. So respawning should be handled through a mix of player controller and game mode. Okay, so we do possess this guy. Okay, we're back. And we've hit 1 minute. 1 hour on 1 minute. We're over. But we have replicated this. I haven't added any content, so I will upload the project files. I will cook it. Might as well. Yeah, that's pretty fun. I'll stick the stick this back where we were at the beginning, so that can stay over there, and I'll throw these project files up on the itch.io channel. Yeah, thanks for joining. That was replicating this one in one episode rather than 6, because all we're worried about is replicating exactly what was there. And I will be back for another hour, I think. Yeah, I got one more episode today, so it'll be I don't know. It'll be one of the other. Templates. I don't know which one. If anyone is in the chat, which looks like nobody is, then I would ask if you would pick one, and I'll go do it next as priority. But no one's around, so. Yeah, so we close this. Next time on, we will go to the next one down, so it'll be the platforming one. And we will make a replication setup for that one.